live once again with the Northeast Georgia Council, and I bet we don't even have a minute left to banter
Mhm.
about. It's the we
This
get a
is,
little
I
bit of
mean, we could
free
do,
time.
it's a short banter. That still works.
It's short. We got a special guest on the show today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Actually, got a I got a I didn't have enough time to set up and shift everything over and make it all look pretty. We're just gonna go with what we got, I guess.
We're good. We're doing it live. It's a live stream. It all falls
Welcome
together.
back, everybody, from the weekend. It's the Northeast Georgia Council's live stream called 12 Points. And if you're joining us, drop it down in the comments and let us know you're out there. Hey, you know what? Stay tuned and stay with us. We may have some prizes on the show. We're answering a lot of questions live on the show with our special guest. I can't wait to share that with you in just a few moments. But we're about to start. It's straight up and down 7 o'clock. And it is the hour where day camp leaders returning from National Camp School today. We have some details about Georgia's Scout Show you'll want to hear about. A special guest joining us today on the show. And is it too soon to be talking about Fall Roundup? All this and more on today's show. But first, why did the Scarecrow win an award? Actually got this one from Alex. Thank you, Alex. Why did the
You're welcome.
Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. All right, stay tuned. Stay with us. And all this and more on today's show. It's 12 Points. I think I do all that. We got a great show planned for you today. It's 12 Points. On with your host, yours truly, Daniel Victorio, and welcome aboard our panel of folks. Alex, it's your last show before you go.
Yeah.
We're gonna say maybe some of you haven't heard, but Alex will be leaving us soon. This is his last and final show. And on today's show, special guest star, Miss Rachel Verdon. Everybody give her a big round of applause. Thank you for joining us today. We do have a great show for you. And Rachel, tell everybody where you're from and what pack you're in. And we're going to go to the comments here in just a second.
Hi, I'm Rachel Verdon. I'm the committee chair for PAC 16 in Gainesville, Georgia, part of Chattahoochee District. And I'm also the event chair for the upcoming Scout Show.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Yes, another round of applause. And Rose says hello. Rose, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned and stay with us. Do we have prizes? I do have a prize. I got one prize.
There's prizes.
It's not as good as the cup the cup with the speaker in it. That was a good prize. It might be a while. And I think those are clappy hands. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you are joining us live on the program, stay tuned and stay with us, and drop it down in the comments as we go forward and let us know that you're here, because this show is about tips, tricks, and best practices. It works better when you participate along with us. And also, don't forget your shout outs and let us know what pack you're from or what troop you're from down in the comments, and we'll give you the shout out live here on the program. Drop it down in the comments right now if you are joining us, and if you are following along, if you're on the rewatch, or however you get your information, more news and information so that you can always stay up to date. Visit us on the web at nega-bsa.org or scan one of those QR codes right there. Let me biggie size that for just a second. Scan one of those and make sure that you're, tuned in to all of the ways in which we like to communicate. This is a lot of fun, isn't it? We got a little live stream program here. We're live on Facebook and YouTube to our thousands of subscribers. So Rachel, you're now world famous. Thank you for joining us today. And here is Blair saying Pack 62 and Troop 254. That's the Etowah district is on the show today. Welcome aboard. Let's see how many more we can get, folks. Join us. We're in a different hour on a Sunday. Usually we start this at 6 o'clock, but we had some feedback that said, hey, could you start a little later? So we did. But hey, hopefully that hopefully that helps folks out and gives them a chance to join us. On today's show, the big Scout Show preview show. It did say the big summer camp preview show, but we got plenty of time for that. So,
Yeah, we got
and
time.
also, by the way, I'm gonna put a card up here in the what direction? It's gonna be up in that corner over there. I'll put a card up there. If you missed the Summer of Cub Fun live stream event last week, it is an hour's worth of. You can skip through. It's got timestamps. This one will too, but it's a full show about the Summer of Cub Scout Fun, where we talk about in detail all the things going on at all of the um, summertime events throughout the summer in the Northeast Georgia Council, including Cub Scout Summer Splash, including Scoutland Quest and Day Camp and Twilight Camp. We got some details about all of those things. Troop 39 and Troop 5039 from Etowah District. Etowah District is in force tonight. Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Etowah. And, we like to tout the Appalachia District's theme of all about adventure, but, Etowah is leading the way. So it's really
Wow, they're
important.
doing that right now for sure.
And they are doing that right now. Thank you, Etowah, for being on the show with us today. So, hey, here's our show in 12 points in 4 categories. We're actually going to, I think we cheated a little bit, and Scout Show segment's going to be a little longer than just 1 point. It'll probably be the longest point of the day, but we'll roll through the news and notes. This segment brought to you by our 90th anniversary collection in stores right now on sale. So visit one of the Scout shops. If you pre-ordered yours and asked for it to be mailed, it's in the mail now, so it should be to you within a few short days. If you ordered it and asked for it pick up at one of the Scout stores, they are already there, and you should have got a message in your email about that. If you forgot to pre-order it, we have a few left in stock, but that
Not
will
many.
be not very many. Gosh, when I looked in that drawer, I thought, God, those are going to go away. So
Yeah,
they
very
are going to
quickly.
sell out. It's on sale right now in the Rose says I pre-ordered ours. Very good. Thank you, Rose. And yours is on
Awesome.
the way. So or yours might be in the Scout shop, but anyway, beautiful patch set here. A large 3-inch round and a shoulder strip. So I think that's pretty cool. I think they look really good, and that might not be the only one of the celebration, but that's the main one, and it is very limited. So you want to get yours now.
Mhm.
Let's go on to the news, guys. We got some news. We got some. This is from around the world. Actually, it's just from around Facebook, but
There's definitely been some happenings, though, for
there,
sure.
you know what? And it's been a while since we've been on. I didn't get a good news segment in the last mini episode. And then also, I guess it is a popular time to be doing scouts is during spring break, which is really
Mhm.
weird. But here
Who
at
would
the
have
top
thought?
of spring break, we had to move this event called Spring Fling out at Scoutland, but we still had about 200 people show up to Spring Fling. Holy cow. It's the biggest one we've had in years. Great job, everybody that put this one on. It was the one called Bend the Elements. I didn't get to see a
With the
lot, but here's one of
Avatar
the,
theme, yeah.
yeah, Maria Galvez from Pack 44. Thanks for sending in this photo or sharing from your Facebook feed. And this is her pack, and it's called Bend the Elements. So this one I think was just about water, and also maybe it might be air because they had to use a straw to make the little sailboat go down the track. Here, oh, Scott says Pack 511 was that? Yes, okay. Hold on, Scott. You're jumping the gun a little bit. Yes, we know you're a fan of the show. Here's Crystal, Scott's wife, by the way, sent in
Yeah.
this photo of her too, with the straws, same element there, and they are at Spring Fling doing Bend the Elements. And then also Scott sent in this picture. Oh, Scott, comment real quick. Where did y'all go again? Was this Skidaway Island? I can't remember. They did he'll tell us but here's one of the memories from their spring break trip. At the top of spring break, they got to do a bunch of cool stuff. And then I got to see Scott in the Scout shop. His oldest son, Andrew, was wanted to make sure that nobody forgot to sell me a camp card. So I bought a camp card from him.
There you go.
So anyway, thanks for joining us on the show, Scott, and stay tuned and stay with us. More shout outs here. Susie Wiggs shared, oh, hold on, here we go. He said, the Wormslow Historic Site, UGA Aquarium, and Skidaway Island. Cub Scouts making memories, man, on spring break. That's great.
That's a full
That
week
is
right
a
there.
lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And they had some stories to tell for sure. So view those on his Facebook page. Susie shared this one. I think actually this was on the OA, the lodge's page, but I got her permission. It's her picture of you know what? And I should have wrote it down. They won something. They got first place at Conclave for something here, and that's what they're taking a picture of. That this is their. I don't know if it was ultimate frisbee or something like that, but anyway. So congratulations to the Moago Lodge for a fair showing at the Conclave last weekend at the very beginning of spring break. And Peter wanted to show off this patch here that he got in the mail. Peter's going to be on the Jambo staff and got his official patch in the mail and was sharing that with me. And so I wanted to highlight that. Peter's going to be on the staff at Echo Camp as the commissioner. And we've got several folks on the staff, but we're going to be talking about the upcoming National Jamboree, the 26th Jamboree coming up soon. And he actually provided me with some slides for the next episode, but we're going to highlight that. I just wanted to highlight old Peter was wearing or wanted to show off the patch. He already had it sewed on his shirt, so he's real proud of that. And we wanted to say thanks for sharing that one with us. Here's Daryl had his two kids out from Pack 499 in the Sweetwater district selling camp cards this weekend. It was a great time to sell camp cards. I hope that's what everybody else was doing. It says Alex is next on the camp card hunt down.
You got to find me,
Don't
Scott.
you go anywhere, Alex. He did have a couple of camp cards left when he left, so I did not buy them all. He also got Rodney too while he was in
nice.
there.
Okay.
Very good. Good job, everybody. Sell those camp cards. Let's pay our own way. Here is let's see. Oh, Rachel, you're dead center in this picture. I just realized.
Yep.
Somebody who sent this one in. Is this
this was Clark. Jessica Clark sent this.
Oh, Jessica Clark, who was on the faculty for National Camp School. And Rachel, who was attending. Were you attending or were you on faculty?
I was attending for the first time.
Attending for the okay, all right.
Nice.
For some reason, I thought you had already been, or that you were already a day camp person. But anyway, here's some of our Northeast Georgia Council. Actually, I think that's what this is all the folks from Northeast Georgia Council that went to National Camp School. So welcome home, everybody, and congratulations on your completion of the National Camping School and for day camp. And so that, and I guess you're certified to do, Rachel, what it certifies you to be camp director or program director or for day camp?
Correct. Yes.
Very good.
You're certified for both, so you can fill either role.
Yeah. Scott said I saved him just for Alex. He's talking about camp cards.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. Well, we'll see you soon, Scott. Hopefully before Alex gets out of here. Now, this is my one and last and final memory. Appalachia districts. This was our district Pinewood Derby this past weekend.
Right.
So I got to get the winners over to you, Rachel. Still waiting on the results to come back from the chairman, but we had a big time, a big turnout at Appalachia District's District Pinewood Derby. It's the first time we ever did it where it wasn't at the Scout Show. So,
oh wow! I guess I'm still learning all the ins and outs of how the Council Derby and everyone else's derbies were running.
That's right. Yeah. So typically in the past, when the Scout Show was at the fairgrounds, Appalachia and Sweetwater had their district races in the morning, and then the council race was in the afternoon. Anyway, because of the space and time, we weren't able to do it that way, and so we've reverted to doing it just like everybody. All the other districts do it this way. They have a separate and outside district derby before the Scout Show Council Championship race, and that was ours. So
nice.
That's what I'm sharing right there. See, we're all learning something new. What did Scott say? Scott said, look at those trained leaders. Hold on a second. We got some, yes, he was talking about those trained leaders.
Oh, yeah, a lot of good trained leaders.
Yes. when you go to camp school, by the way, you are way trained. It's not quite wood badge, but it's a lot. You learn a lot. Is that safe to say, Rachel? I mean, was it more than you? When I went for the first time, it was like way more than I cared to know about.
It was. I was actually trying to add it all up, and it's you've got the in-person this weekend that we all did, and then there's been a couple of other classes leading up to it. So it's definitely you should be prepared to run a day camp at this point.
Yeah, among
Awesome.
many other things, which is awesome. Thank you for going. Thanks to all of our leaders for being there. Get your highlights on the show next month or next week, for that matter. Share them
For
to us.
Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah, you can DM them to me on Facebook, or you can just tag Northeast Georgia Council's Facebook page, and that lets us know. We always ask permission before all the pictures that you saw today. We personally ask permission before we share them to make sure that that's okay. But we want to share your highlights on the show. This has probably become my favorite part of the show now, Alex, since we started doing.
I like
this.
it. Yeah, getting to see what everyone's doing is really cool.
Anyway, I think it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And I think a lot of folks are having fun. Hey, listen, if you're joining us live on the program right now, will you drop it down in the comments and let us know what pack you're from or what troop you're from, and we'll give you the shout out on the show. Also, along the way, if you have any questions or tips or tricks or any of that kind of stuff to add to the show, be sure to add it. This is me scrolling around on Facebook from Good Living Guide. It says, if anyone gets a message from me about canned meat, don't open it. It's spam. Should we move on in the show?
I think so. Before we go,
this is good, clean
have
fun,
more
right? Yeah.
Laughter going.
All right. Here's Peter saying, "Pack 564." Hi, Rachel.
There you go.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for joining us, Peter. And Peter is one of our new camp directors, right?
Yeah, out of the Sweetwater district.
Scott reminds us that Pack 511 is Daniel. Well, maybe not Alex's, for sure Daniel's favorite pack. If it's the one that's on the show, it's the favorite one of mine. And Pack 564 too. So I have multiple favorites. So anyway, there. That's just how the show. It's my show. We can do whatever we want, right? All right, it's time for this next segment, tips and tricks, and we've actually got quite a bit. This is a little bit of a training element. It's 4 ways to be prepared for a successful fall roundup season. And some of these things might seem like they have nothing to do with fall roundup.
But they do.
But they do a lot. There's a lot of connectivity. So this is why this time right now in April, why we wanted to share this segment with you. 4 ways to be prepared for a successful fall roundup. And by the way, if you don't know what fall roundup is for Cub Scouts, there's fall roundup for Scouts BSA as well, but this one focuses a little bit more on Cub Scouts. The fall roundup season is a big time because that's when the most new families will join your pack. It's really important to have a successful fall roundup because even if your pack is huge, I've asked this tons of times. How many of you have enough help in your pack? And nobody raises their hand, right? Because that's how we find new help. It's also how we serve new people to our community, right? People that move to our community that were Scouts before are looking for the Scout units, and this is where they find them. It's at Fall Roundup. So there's a number of reasons why Fall Roundup is very important. We're actually going to cover that in a whole other show, right, Alex? Well, not Alex, but me.
Well, not me, but yeah, that's the plan.
But for right now, and Scott, no, Scott, yes, we do.
He knows he's being.
For right now, I wanted to talk about these 4 elements because it's kind of like the build up to a successful roundup season. And if you'll do these things, that fall roundup is going to fall right into place. So let's get right into it. First of all, it's the ideal year of scouting, especially if you are a new Cub Master or committee chair or about to be a new den leader. Join us for the ideal year of scouting. This is for a number of reasons. A lot of people think this is just a popcorn show. It's really not. The elements to ideal year of scouting is about planning. It's about your annual budget. To be frank, it's going to give you a lot of tools on putting together and pinning together the entire budget year. It just so happens that it ends with the idea that popcorn is the best way to do it. But Ideal Year of Scouting is a free brunch, free FREE brunch. And they're located around the council. So I think there's usually one in Gainesville, it's at Scoutland. There's usually one in Lawrenceville. I'm almost positive that that's going to be
Usually
at
one.
Lawrenceville First Baptist Church.
Oh, that's very
And
nice.
then there's one in Jefferson, right?
Yeah.
And so and I'll have those dates. I didn't have at time of recording or live streaming. We did not have the dates yet. So
Not
the
yet.
dates have to be confirmed, and we're gonna have them, and you need to go to them. There's a lot of reasons to go, but just the idea that it's a great way to help, especially new unit leaders in planning. IYOS equals planning and funding for a fantastic year. Yes, thank you. That's our caption editor, Scott Sheeran.
I really like our peanut gallery on this
Yes,
one.
our peanut gallery. Yes, guys, join in, please. Shell away. So, but even if you've been to Ideal Year of Scouting, I learn something new every time, and I'm usually one of the people on the agenda. But
Yeah,
also
help the
it's where
teacher.
we kind of get, it's like a focus group meeting, right? It's like where we network with a lot of leaders, and they say, this is really working great, or this is terrible. That doesn't work at all. So I mean, have you been to one of these yet before, Rachel?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Every year, and my unit does really well with selling the popcorn. So
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That's
So
fantastic.
that's it is about it does end up being a little more about popcorn, but the front end of it is tools about helping you to really push and
How to
plan
plan
for a
it.
great
Yeah.
year of scouting by making sure that the funds are available to do it, and that's the best way. So okay. So ideal year of scouting. So and the reason why that's part of this is because when you know when your financial ducks are in a row, then the other the other parts really work really well.
They
Also,
fall in place.
this is a promotion show. We're about promoting our camps and our activities. But so that's not the reason why I put this on here, though. The reason that this is a big important thing is because when your scouts go to camp, they make memories. It's also where we deliver the promise of scouting. It's about adventure. I'm hoping that they come back with a lot of cool stories to tell about scouting, right? Because anybody could talk about their summer vacation, but I hope that young people are talking about the things that they get to do in scouting, because then the people around them want to be scouts, and this is how I connect that to the fall roundup season. When they go to one or more of our events, they are exposed to scouting in a different kind of way, the big adventure. And that's why Rachel went to camp school, right? It's to learn how to
yes.
put on a quality program. It's that we don't just it's not just a bunch of kids and we throw out the bows and arrows and the BB guns and the and
And the
and and the
frisbees
and the,
and yeah.
and the drawing, the Crayola crayons and all. We actually plan these things.
Yes, we do. For months on end.
For months, yeah, for months. Anyway, here's Scott talking about, hey, listen, Summer Quest, become a Silver Elite tier high speed. I think you added some
I
names
think he
to
threw a couple extras in there.
our
Yeah.
season pass holder. There is, by the way, when you become a Silver Elite tier high speed season pass holder, there's you get another patch, an exclusive collector's season pass patch when you do that. Anyway,
Plus there's a special parking spot for you.
and yes, there's a pre-designated parking spot by the flagpoles
Yeah.
for you, Scott. Oh gosh, yeah. No, that's hey, listen, that's all going to be in the card that I leave up here about the summer the Summer of Cub Fun show that you might have missed. It was last Sunday. He said, "P.S. My kids loved Summer Quest last year." True, and only because I only know that because I asked them. They did actually have a lot of fun. And I've talked till I'm blue in the face about all three of these events in that show. I hope you'll go watch that. If you're watching us on Facebook, by the way, I'll put a link to that YouTube video down in the comments so you can go see that. It's all about the Summer of Cub Fun, but it links
It's a
us
good
back
one.
to the 4 ways to be prepared for a fall roundup, because the scouts that go come back with a story. That's the big deal about this. They come back with a story, and kids around them want to be scouts. The second one is, this is a big way that you can plan right now. I just wanted to make sure I got this slide up in front of you right away. is to plan your back to pack. And you're going to get a handout about this at your next roundtable, but plan your back to pack so it's fun and engaging. This is how you know who all is who the people that are already in your pack. That's how you know that they're all coming back. Is how you know you've got this den leader and not this den leader, right? Let's see. Blair says been to multiple day and twilight STEM camps. Did Summer Quest Rocket Camp. Yeah, Rocket Academy. That's awesome. And she also added they are great. And Rockets was a great time. Scott says Rockets was a great time. Lots of vote. You know what? Lots of votes for the Rocket Academy. I'll tell you.
that was a good one.
And let me just go back to that for a second. If I haven't said this on enough of the videos, Rocket Academy will fill up. It will sell out. There will be no more room. You will be on the outside looking in. So don't wait. But let's talk about back to pack. Rachel, do you guys do back to pack at your pack?
We do. Last summer, well, I guess it was last August, we rented out Francis Meadows Aquatic Center in Gainesville with the water slides and the lazy river and all that stuff. And it was all possible because of popcorn and planning for it through Ideal Year of Scouting. So we actually pre-funded that the summer prior. We made the plans to do it the following August. And there are plans and works to do it again this year. So
and then back to pack really serves this. So, when you have back to pack, you know a couple of things about your pack before roundup. It's how many kids are actually coming back. Yes, we're coming back. Yes, it's also kind of just how you reorganize. And some of us maybe for the scouts whose renewal will be in the fall, it's a time to collect their renewal fees if you do it as a pack. Or at least give them that reminder, hey, it's time to renew your fees. There's so many different things about back to pack, but just after being away for a whole summer, it's just a great way to re-engage everybody, right? So
absolutely.
I think that's why, this is kind of fallen a little bit, I think, as I've seen or observed by the wayside. I don't want it to be an afterthought. It's something that we should be thinking about right now, really. And if you're like Rachel's pack, you were thinking about it, in the previous year already, a year out, because we planned for it, we've budgeted it, and and that's how we pay for it. He says we started doing back to pack in 2 events. We rent the aquatic center for 1, and so kids that can't make it to the first one come to the second one. 2 times the back to pack, 2 times the fun.
I like that. That's a great idea.
There are some packs that might need to do it that way because, listen, if you do it too early in July, I don't know. It's really busy right around the start of school, right at the start of back to school time. And so I think that's actually a smart idea. It's kind of it's really there's one back to pack and then there's the cleanup, right?
Especially if you're looking at any of the aquatic centers, a lot of them close Labor Day weekend. So, for us, it's that last weekend before Labor Day weekend that we're targeting to be able to rent.
Okay. And y'all do yours after school already starts, right? Or do y'all do it before school starts? Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
nice.
Gosh, every pack does it so different. You are going to get a handout about this at the May roundtable. So be on the lookout for that at your roundtable. But and a chance for us to just talk about this is what we're trying to accomplish at back to pack. All right, so we'll keep moving on. The next one is go to the roundup orientation. In our district, in most districts, it should be this way. Everybody goes to the roundup orientation. Every pack needs to be represented at roundup orientation. Every pack goes. Did everybody hear me say that? I know some people are going to say, well, we don't go. Yes, you should.
You really should. Every single unit.
You really should. You're missing out. There's a reason why we want you to go to roundup orientation. It's because helps everybody to kind of be on the same page. Everybody, people that go sometimes say, well, we have to go to this every year. Yes, it's been a whole year since you did the one roundup that you do at your school. We really need to get that, make sure that we've got all our ducks in a row, make sure that you know the agenda and what we're trying to accomplish. In most schools, and I'm just going to look right in the camera and say this, in most schools, we don't have 3 hours to do a roundup. We have 1 hour. And and it's all got to get done at roundup. So That's why we follow an agenda. It's why we follow the training and follow that script. But
And not to mention the amount of new leaders that we get throughout the year. There's going to be a
right,
lot of folks who don't understand, who have not gone through this before, a roundup itself, not to mention an orientation. So you got to make sure that every leader in your pack is on the same page, singing from the same book.
that's right.
Yep.
And so that I am above
Can I add
board.
something there?
Oh yeah, add
Say,
away.
from past experience, at being present at the roundups for the schools that feed into your unit make a huge impact on the outcome of
Yeah.
people signing up and people sticking with your unit. So
Yes.
it's critical for your unit to be represented, because that's the opportunity for those new people to find out more about your pack and kind of what your personality is and what your activity level is. So you need to
Absolutely.
be at the roundups for your schools.
So
Yeah,
I don't know that
that's it.
the idea got around that we didn't want the packs to be at the roundup. We absolutely do. We want you to be there.
Mhm.
We also want you to be a part of the roundup, but it's got to be, a lot of people actually, I guess it might be the other way for some.
There's a
The
formula we have to follow with that.
roundup is a district event that benefits the local pack, and they're assigned, they're assigned strategically by your district committee. So it's really important that we follow all of that. But go to your roundup orientation so you can learn more about these things. And by the way, here's
Ooh,
your
this is
roundup
good.
orientation. Whoa, what did I do there?
This is like 2 months early. This is amazing.
I'll be on. You know what? We have never had them this early.
No.
All the dates are confirmed. All the dates and times are confirmed. We're doing district roundup orientations here at these locations. If you're not sure what district you're in, by the way, just drop it down in the comments and I will let you know. One of us will let you know.
We'll get you information. Yeah.
And Scott says, "Preach it, Rachel." Amen, church. Amen. So hey, I left that up there for a long time just for for that reason, so you could screen grab that. But folks, that this is actually going to get shared all over the place now. District roundup orientation schedule is out and it is set. So the every pack should be at your district roundup orientation. It's going to be
And multiple leaders from your pack should be at the orientation.
So yeah, I hope I put the right ones on there. I making sure I got the right dates up there.
It looked right. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, no problem. I got you. 4 ways to be prepared for a successful fall roundup season. It's the ideal year of scouting, the summer of Cub fun. Plan your back to pack and attend the roundup orientation. We've got so many other things going. I'm going to keep the show moving because we got a lot of other things to talk about.
We got more. Yeah, we only got a half hour left too.
You got to blaze through this part, Alex. Training. We've talked a lot about this. We're already.
Yes, we do. So Wood Badge is probably the first thing that's also coming up closest with the last weekend in April. What Wood Badge is a premier training for every adult who is registered within scouting to be able to have a greater impact with the members of your unit, your district, your council, and at the national level. This is where you get to work on your team building skills, how to overcome challenges and conflict. And let me tell you, that's probably one of the biggest lessons that you get out of Wood Badge. And let me tell you, space is limited. We have every critter represented at this course.
Oh, wow.
Ah, yeah, that's right. We just filled in the last.
We just filled in the last one. The antelopes will be there again.
So Operation Save the Antelope worked. Thank you all.
Yes, it did.
Awesome.
So there's still a few spaces left though. So make sure if there's someone in your pack or in your troop, in your crew, or in your ship who is interested in going, make sure they go in and get registered, because spaces are going to go and there won't be any room once it's all full.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, Buffalo.
We have to spend a lot of time on Wood Badge just so that they have the Bob White. Thank you. Yeah.
Gotta have that moment.
It's not like anybody who watches this show already knows everything there is to know about Wood Badge, by the way. Fox, hey, Adam. Okay, all right. Yeah, so we know the Foxes rule the show. Thank you. It's not like I can go in the comments and put my own little. And there's, by the way, there's not a Bob White emoji. So,
maybe a quail, but I don't know. Yeah.
Amber says, "Hey, everyone."
She was also at camp school this weekend
Oh,
with us.
hey, Amber,
Nice.
welcome to the show. Thanks for
That's a
joining
good
us.
group then. Okay.
Peter, I don't think Peter knows anything about wood badge, by the way.
No, he's a buffalo. He's a buffalo. He said
Fluffy,
it earlier.
oh, fluffy cows. I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Fluffy cow, buffalo.
It's
Come
because
on.
we are feisty. All right. Okay. All right. That's, you know what? And there is a prize on today's show. It's not going to have anything to do with critters.
No, we're gonna move on from the wood badge thing before we do
Gonna
that.
move on. Also coming up, the National Youth Leadership Training course starts. We got 2 different sessions. They will fill up. That's all I'm going to say about National Youth Leadership Training. It's what every wood badge course aspires to be. That's
There
one
you
of the
go.
things they pay me to say. So, you want to tell us a little bit more about? So I think we've got a few more of these coming up. Alex.
Yep. We have at Scoutland on the same weekend as Scout Show. We tried to actually get that to happen at Scout Show, but there were some challenges with having the Saturday night camping. So Baloo Basic Adult Leader Outdoor Orientation is for your Cub level adult leaders who want to take their pack camping. You need to have at least one person trained for any pack camp
You
out.
gotta have them.
Yep. I always suggest having 2 or 3 because what happens if that one leader who is trained has to leave? Guess what? Everyone has to pack up and go. So make sure you have multiple people trained. And by doing that, you send them to Baloo.
That's
We
right.
have
All right.
3 courses left for the rest of the year. So make sure you get them signed up for that. We also have Intro to Outdoor Leadership Skills. This is for all of your Scouts, BSA, direct contact leaders. This is really learning the Trail to First Class, all the skills that you need to teach the Scouts, as they work on their first class rank. And let me tell you, this one's a lot of fun because you really, for a weekend, get to live the life of a Scout. You get put in a patrol. You have to come up with a patrol yell. You get to learn all the skills. It's a lot of fun. And we have 5 courses remaining for this year, possibly more if they get filled up. So make sure you're getting your leaders signed up for this. Get them signed up quickly. That way they can have some fun and become more active leaders within your troop.
Absolutely, of course. And I just realized that one of the locations is not right on the slide, but it is right on the website. So make sure to go back and check that. Hit that QR code for Intro to Outdoor Leader Skills or Baloo, or just go to nega-bsa.org/training. Scott says, send everyone to Baloo. We have parents that wanted to know why we do things the way we do. Bam, Baloo. All right. I like
It really
that.
shows them
And he says, notice the
why,
rotary
yeah.
love. That's good too. Yeah. All right, we're moving on. And today's safety moment is, it was supposed to be Phil, but of course, Phil reminded
He's
us
flying.
10 minutes before the show started that he's boarding a flight to go on vacation. He gets vacation during a show.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
dare he? Anyway, today's safety moment, Alex.
All right. So safety moment is water bottle rockets. I knew I was going to get messed up on that one. So water bottle rockets, as we're going into the summer, we're having a lot of fun. We want to go and do something that's wet and silly, but let me tell you, there is some safety involved with water bottle rockets. There we go. Because you may not know this, those water bottles actually fill up to, about 90 to 110 PSI. And if you don't do it safely, they can pop on you. And it's not the best thing in the world seeing one of those explode. Not to mention when they do launch, for the first couple seconds of flight, they're going at almost 100 miles an hour. So you got to make sure that you are doing this program safely. A couple useful hints, tips, and tricks. Don't shoot the water bottle rocket straight up at a 90-degree. You want to go with like a 45, maybe even a 30-degree tilt to the launcher itself. That way you don't run the issue of, being in the area that you are. It's also going to be the landing zone. And if there's still water in that rocket, it's going to come down fast and it's going to hurt someone. So make sure you launch it out at an angle. Make sure you keep the area clear, both at the launch zone. So you want to make sure you have some distance from your water bottles to where your launcher, the person who's pumping the water bottles up, where they're standing, but then also downrange. You want to really treat this like a range situation where you have someone who's watching out, making sure that there's no one downrange. Because again, these are moving at almost 100 miles an hour, and that can hurt. The last part, you want to make sure you have nothing on your rockets that isn't paper. Reason being, if you put a payload on them, like, a GoPro camera or some kind of flight telemetry thing, it's going to throw off the weight. It's going to make it do things that you're not expecting it to do. Not that,
telemetry
water bottle rockets are like particularly,
I've been at every
designed for
rocket
flight
academy.
anyway. Yeah, no. So you just want to make sure when you're doing water bottle rockets, you're being smart, you're having fun, but most importantly, you are treating them with a modicum of respect. That way they don't bite you.
Yeah, there's just an awareness to it. And that's why we do these safety moments. We're going to be out doing a lot of different activities this year. Rocket Academy is one of them. And we do the water bottle rockets. The main reason we do them is to show you how to do them. But we don't want you to just jump right into it. Alex used big words. So
very big words. Yes.
Telemetry. What?
Modicum. Yeah.
And you said modicum. Yeah, that's anyway. Good presentation and a good safety moment. Make sure we're trying to model that behavior. Use a safety moment
for
at every meeting that you go to. If you're leading them, make sure that you have some kind of safety moment involved in your meeting either at the beginning or that surrounds the activity that you might be doing. That's why we do these here on the show, just to kind of model that behavior and make sure that that's something that our scouts are out there doing. Scott says we must have been to Rocket Academy last year. Yes,
I was there, and I was the person who set the camera up to catch the slow-mo of all the different rock launches.
Oh yeah, all of our last year's video footage was from Alex, who had to go in my place last year. We're on to the next part. It's on to what's next.
This is a good one.
This is a good one. This is what's next. There's a lot of things next, but this is the one we're going to talk about. So, Rachel, this is the show of the show. It's the show about shows. Georgia's Scout Show at University of North Georgia in Gainesville, at the Gainesville campus on May 3rd, is going to be a lot of fun. Mostly because it's a little bit different. We're in a different location. But with a different location is a lot of different and new opportunities. That's why we want to bring Rachel on the show today just to talk about it. Rachel, you have the floor. The show is yours. Tell us all about Scout Show.
So Georgia Scout Show is going to be at the University of North Georgia, Gainesville campus. But please note that is actually Oakwood, Georgia. So I call it the Gainesville campus, but it's not in Gainesville.
Yeah.
So for those that aren't familiar with it, the campus is beautiful. There's a lot of open space.
Yes.
We are going to be primarily located towards the back of the campus where they have some open fields. We have some flat areas for doing some other activities. And weather permitting, it's going to be an awesome experience. When we were looking at the new opportunities with moving locations, one of the things that we realized, especially as a Cub leader myself, with the new curriculum that came out last year for Cub Scouts, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how are we going to do biking and cycling safely, especially if you have a larger pack. I have a pack of 60 plus kids, and trying to get that many kids out on bikes is a logistical challenge.
Right.
So with having access to the university, which also has trails that are linked up to the Highlands to Islands Trail. Yes. There is actually a tunnel that goes under Atlanta Highway or Highway 13 that you can get from the university to the Highlands to Islands Trail without actually having to cross a road.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is something I didn't know.
Yeah, no, this is awesome.
Stop. Listen, Cub Scouts, stop what you're doing right now and put this on a calendar.
So we're encouraging everyone to bring your bikes, bring helmets, safety first.
Cool. So bring your bikes and bring your helmet, and we're going to do some biking because it's part of the new curriculum, part of the new Cub Scout program. But also, what a great location to do that at. There's some really cool new features. What else is new at the Scout Show, Rachel?
So the council derby will be there. That's not new. We are, but it is going to be at a new location. So bring your cars. For those that were lucky or that were winning, that won at your district derbies, please come out and see how you stack up against the other districts. And if you want to just race again, we do have an outlaw class. So please bring your car.
So Outlaw's back. I like it.
Yes, Outlaw is back.
We've got the Outlaw. Oh yeah. So Pinewood Derby coming up Saturday, May 3rd at the at the Scout Show. And I'm guessing they'll tell you where to go, but it is at the Scout Show. What's actually the location for the Pinewood Derby part of it though?
So weather permitting, we are actually going to do an outdoor derby, and it is going to be and it is going to be in close proximity to where all the other activities are going. And right now, we're going to have check-in. I believe, I'm not looking at my notes, but I believe it was 9 a.m. in the morning. You check in your car, bring your bike. We're going to have a group-led bike ride. And then by the time you come back, it'll be time for the Wolves and Bears or the Weeblos and AOLs to do their race. So we've got it timed out where we've got something for you to do while you're waiting for your race time.
Okay. All right. Nice. Perfect. Well, so that's going to be awesome. I think I heard about 5 things I want to do, by the way. The bike derby, that's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your bike, bring your helmet, and just be out at Scout Show for the day. Pinewood Derby district winners, you advance automatically to the Council Scout Show, the Council Championship race. But even if you didn't advance, bring your car to the Scout Show and race in the Outlaw Derby. That's going to be a lot of fun too.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I know that there's going to be a monkey bridge. There's one of the Appalachian troops has I think it's like a giant monkey bridge.
Yeah, it's a double bridge. Yeah.
And so that they've we were talking about it over the weekend, and they're coming to set that up. I think that Wesley was talking to the troop that does Possum River. Is that still? Are they still doing the?
I have not gotten the official confirmation, but I'm pretty sure it's happening.
Okay.
We had to work out, make sure we had water and available for me. That's all been worked out. So.
But even if we don't, by the way, time's out. There's also a little pond back there.
There is.
So I think there's going to be some activities going on there. There's an amphitheater and a stage, so maybe you'll see a little bit of showboating from the live stream production going on, and also Pinewood Derby. The Council Championship race going on. Lots of fun stuff going on at Georgia's Scout Show coming up on May 3rd. All right, everybody. All right. What else do we want? Did I miss anything? Was there any other?
Well, some new things that I think for everyone involved, that even if you're a veteran Scout Show participant, we have the North Georgia Model Aviators coming out to show off their model airplanes.
That's cool.
And some of these airplanes are as big as an adult. So they're not small airplanes by any stretch of the imagination. We also have Leave No Trace, from the state coordinator. He's going to come out and do some programming related to learning about Leave No Trace.
Okay.
We also, I think, those are the big things. The bike radio, the Leave No Trace. One of our troops is coming to do an obstacle course.
Okay.
And we're also going to have a disabilities awareness course, I know, from another troop as well.
And if you've never been to Scout Show, it's also, there'll be troops that are camping. They set up their model campsite. It will just be a great day of of scouting on display at the Scout Show. That's what Scout Show is all about, by the way. Scouting on display. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of troops signed up to come. And we hope you'll be there too. By the way, you get in free if you have a camp card or if you're wearing a uniform.
Yeah. One other thing to throw out there, we have been working with a local vendor in Gainesville, and we are going to have a first run of Scout Show exclusive shirts available. Ooh. And this vendor is actually going to be printing them on site. So you will get to see screen printing in action there at the event.
Cool. Yeah. So you can buy souvenirs that are getting made right there at Scout Show.
That's a first. That's a cool first right there.
That'll be kind of cool. Yeah. So all right, I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. We're really excited. Here's Chris. He says, shout out to Eagle Patrol. We did the Wood Badge Critters like 10 minutes ago, Chris. But anyway, welcome.
That's right. He's late to the party, but
I think he was. Is that the? Did we have any other Eagles? No.
Bob He was White, in my Buffalo Eagle Patrol.
Oh, he was in your
Oh, wow.
Eagle
It's
Patrol.
actually okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Chris, that's what this is. Okay. He's saying, hello, fellow Eagles. Thank you. Chris is always a longtime viewer of the show. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you guys for joining us. If you are just joining us, drop it down in the comments and we'll give you that shout out before the end of the show. Let's see. If you have a second while you're on the show, everybody, what is one activity that you heard Rachel talking about just now that you are looking forward to at the upcoming Scout Show?
Does
What's
that sound like
one
a give? This
activity?
sounds like a giveaway, right?
Well, yes, in fact, it is. So I've got one final Gladiators puck to give away, and it is all yours. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know which activity you're looking forward to the most. Is it the Pinewood Derby? Is it the is it going to be the
bike
bike
rodeo?
rodeo? Is it going to be Rachel, say some of the other things over again real quick. What is your favorite thing that you want to see?
Well, one thing I need to point out is that we were talking about all of the Scout specific programming, but there are some adult training opportunities available at the event as well.
Oh, yes.
Especially for all of our camp directors and our program directors for day camp. We're going to have CPR training available on site. You do need to pre-register for that. And then as well as QPR training, and there will be a bloodmobile available as well if you
okay. All right.
feel like
Amber, you said Derby. That's not a winner, but thank you for being on the show. Randy said bike rodeo. That's not that. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that too. That's mine. Not a winner. Scott, not a winner. Sorry. He did say it's the biking for me, dog. Such a cool activity. That is going to be. So anyway, I'm going for that. Adam said model airplanes. Close. Almost. God,
yeah.
so close. It was actually Pam who was reminding us to mention the QPR Bloodmobile 2. We're going to have the Bloodmobile. If you've never given blood before, Pam, this is your win. Congratulations. You take home the collector exclusive patch for Scout Night with the Gladiators and the hockey puck. I'll put it in an envelope.
Very nice.
And get it to you, or DM me on the best way to get that back to you. Pam, thanks for joining us. Everybody, thanks for joining us on the show. She said, sweet. Thanks for being on the show with us, and partying along. As we've still got more to go, but if you do have any questions about upcoming events at the Scout Show or just any details, we want to encourage you for your whole, of course, we just want you to come out, but we want your whole pack or your whole troop to come out. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to do a demonstration or set up one of the activities. It's a chance for you to show off some of your own skills, and a chance for you to be a part of it in that way. So
there's absolutely still time. If a unit wants to come participate and provide an activity, we are welcome to have you. And you don't even have to feel like you need to be there the entire day. We can work. Yes. We can work with you if you want to be there for just a partial part of the day.
Yes, if you've never been to Scout Show, that's how it works, right? It's because like the troop that's setting up the bridge. It's because that's just what they do. But you don't have to set up a monkey bridge. You can come out and do like bears have to plan a carnival game, right? Maybe you can do a carnival game for a doodad or a button or a bead or something. And hey, you'll be passing off a thing. Adam reminds me that old timers may be cooking lunch. That's true, right? Or I know old timers will be there. So yeah, so we'll have old timers doing lunch like they normally do. And let's see. Blair says Bears Carnival Adventure is sorry, that was an old one. But anyway, if you were just feeling nostalgic, which Blair is not, but anybody else. Sorry, that was that's me not reading the whole book. But anyway, there's still a lot of other fun things there's still a lot of fun ways to kind of show off what your pack or your troop is good at. And Daniel, we will have to create our own Bob White emoji. Yes, thank you. That's right.
There's two of you now, Daniel. Look at that.
What do I know? And Rory Macro and Huzzah Scout Camp. Scout Summer Camp. Yes, thanks for joining us. Oh, he's talking about Rory McIlroy, and I think that we're going right over top of the broadcast of
We
the
are.
ending of the Masters and Rory McIlroy. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you for letting us know that, and we just broadcasted it on the show.
Breaking news. Yeah, there you go.
Is throwing a giant bear carnival this week. It's not only you who didn't read the new book. Okay, there is nothing but entertainment on this show, if nothing
Yeah, for
else.
sure.
And hey, listen, if you, Blair, if there's a particularly good carnival event at your carnival that means nothing now, bring it to Scout Show. I'll try to share some pictures. That's awesome. Yeah,
That's good.
Crystal and I will be in, but I have some cubbies heading that way. Very
Yay.
good. And so, yeah, we've got some Pack 511 folks coming. We'll continue on the show. We're going to blaze through this last part because we're coming up on the 1 hour mark here. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're right in the. It's
yeah, we're right there.
And we started late. So there's really, holy cow, we had a lot to talk about today. Spring Family Camp coming up in just a couple weeks here. Navigating Your Way. It's the largest, one of the largest things we do, one of the largest camping events that we do every year. And it's at Camp Rainey Mountain, and it's titled Navigating Your Way because it's all about finding your way. I think I put in the summer camp in the Summer of Cub Fun preview some notes that Miss Michelle got to me, but they're supposed to be, where did I put those notes at? I know that one of the events is called, it's a mystery event, and it's about finding, it's like the search for the lost Cub Master or something like that. And let me see. She was telling me all about it, but there's a lot of one of the things. There's going to be creatures. She didn't say what the creatures were. She just said creatures, and she did make sure to let me know it was plural. I think it might be like reptiles or amphibians.
Interesting.
I've heard Michelle allude to this as well, so it's definitely happening. She was kind of non-specific with me as well.
Yes, and Jason points out, because I did say this in a previous show, it's the mystery event, and the name of the mystery event, by the way, is Find the Missing Cub Master. And Missing Cub Master was in all caps when she sent that to me. So there's also going to be the bouldering wall, and Jason is just excited to be at Camp Rainey Mountain, by the way. There's also the bouldering wall and a couple of other fun activities that we don't normally get to do. Pack 544 is looking forward to Spring Family Camping. Guys, there's a lot going on at Spring Family Camping weekend, and we should have had a whole show just about this, but this whole mystery event, the word is out now. It's not much of a mystery that there's a mystery event. It's actually just event now, but it's called Find the Missing Cub Master. Think escape room, if you will, guys. And it's he said, might it be a beaver shark? Talking about creatures. Well, so inevitably, because we're talking about Camp Rainey Mountain, Jason, we might be talking about the beaver shark, right? Because the beaver shark just isn't not there. It's always there. Found the missing Cub Master. He's asleep in a hammock. All right. Well, that blew the whole mystery. So anyway, if you want to find out, is Jason right? You want to be at Navigating Your Way Spring Family Camping at beautiful Camp Rainey Mountain. We'll move on in the program. Don't forget, we have Scout Night with the Gwinnett Stripers. It's coming up on May 30th. Is a Friday night. And when you attend Scout Night with the Stripers, these are always a lot of fun. You'll get an exclusive meetup with Chopper. You get to we get to do the parade on the field if you show up early enough, and it's going to be you get exclusive seats in the Scout section, and it's also Friday night fireworks on May 30th. And Scout Night with the Stripers, always a big night for Scouts. And
it's a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be there. I've already got my tickets and I'm ready to go. I think we have our pack or troop that's doing the flag ceremony. Do we have a pack that's doing the flag ceremony? Scott says Stripers brought to you by Daniel's favorite pack. I think it's actually Scott's pack that's doing the flag ceremony. Those beaver shark will get you. Watch out. Yes, Jason, did you hear that? That is your warning. He said, might it be a beaver shark? Anyway, we're going back through. Also, Pathfinders folks wanted me to remind you to join the staff. We want you. There's a QR code for you to scan. If you are a merit badge counselor or would like to learn how to be a merit badge counselor, or, and as I'm told, I have on good authority, a great wood badge ticket item is to be on staff. So be on Pathfinder staff. You only have to do 2 days of merit badge counselor at Pathfinders. Anyway, there's that one. This segment brought to you by the Camp Card. Our 2025 Camp Card sale is going on right now, and there's only 3 weekends left. How many weekends left? I think it's 3. Three solid weekends left to get out there and sell some camp cards.
Not a lot left.
He said, I first saw it cutting through the water by the water sports dock 25 years ago. Promise. He's talking about the beaver shark, folks. It is real and it exists. And there's a long story about it, which you can hear when you go to Camp Rainey Mountain. Plan your ideal year of scouting with Trails End Popcorn. Make it popcorn possible. This segment also brought to you by the Mwogo Lodge, Order of the Arrow. When you're out at one of these events like Family Camping Weekend, make sure to thank an arrowman because they're the ones who made sure that it got ready for you. Alex, Andrew is coming for you for a camp card or with a camp card?
Sell, yeah. Is it?
I think.
Do I need to give Andrew
have
the
plenty of
now?
those.
Have we switched roles?
So, all right. We'll see you soon too, Scott. Also, in the summer camp realm, there is no finer in the land than beautiful Camp Rainey Mountain. We hope you'll join us for summer camp. We've got a lot more to talk about with summer camp, but if your troop, if you aren't able to go to summer camp with your troop, you might consider being a part of a summer squad going on every single week during summer camp this year, all 6 weeks. Join a summer squad and take part in the new Trade Skills Center, featuring an expanded welding program, now plumbing, farm mechanics, and auto maintenance. And you saw that in the news and notes section last month in the build-out of brand new Trade Skills Center. And also another great opportunity for Scouts, BSA participants, because we talk a lot about Cub Scout things on here, is Pathfinders. So we are just every minute or so I get a ding on my phone saying somebody signed up for Pathfinders. We talked about Scoutland Summer Quest, and I want to let you know that our next episode is coming up on May 11th. It's a live stream. We're doing it live. It's 12 Points live stream coming up on May 11th with the return of Phil. And actually, I left Alex's picture on there, but Alex won't be with us.
Yeah, no, that's my last one right there.
That's the last one. Scott says, I love the Trade Skills Center. Such a cool opportunity for our Scouts. It really is. And we have talked a lot about it, but in next month's episode, Phil is going to have a huge breakdown of all that's new in trade skills on the Trade Skills Show. It's actually going to be really cool. I really burned through that last part because we're coming up on the 1 hour. She said, is that Mother's Day?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Which one is?
May 11th.
11th, yeah.
May 11th is Mother's Day. What did I say was on May 11th?
The next live show.
Oh, the next slideshow. Yes, that's Mother's Day. In honor of all
Thank you, Rachel.
mothers, we will have a live stream. And Jason says, R.I.P., rest in peace. He's not dying. He's just going away. And May 11th, the return of Phil. That's all this. Hey, that's our show for today, and we're saying thanks and see you at camp. But hey, great show, Rachel. Thank you. We took up a whole hour of your time being on the show. But what did you think of the? Thank you for being on the show with us today.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm happy I was able to join.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. We're really excited about Scout Show. And Scott says he's just dead to us now. Not yet. He's still,
Not yet.
Still have a camp card with his name on it.
Yeah, no, you got to get it to me before Tuesday, though.
And I noticed, Alex, the whole reason for starting at 7 tonight was so that you would make it home. And where are you?
You know, the best laid plans of any executive. I'm actually in a basement of a church right now at as you could tell, where a couple of troops meet. helping out with a committee challenge that they're having right now. So
Okay.
you know,
Well, that's good. Well, thank you for being out there and all the way to the end. I appreciate it very much.
absolutely.
The chance to work with you, this show's not possible without, it was something that I thought of doing, but it really would not have worked if you hadn't have said, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, no,
That kind of gave me a lot of confidence to get on here and be a part. Hands down, this was in the top 2. Well, thank you,
thanks,
Rachel.
Jason.
Everybody,
I
take a
appreciate
bow.
that.
Thank you very much, Jason. We are here to serve. It was in the top 2 live streams he watched today, by the way. So, and Alex says, "Thanks, all. Good to see Rachel on. Godspeed, Alex. And looks like an awesome summer. Eric,
It
is
really
going to be
will
an
be.
awesome summer. We couldn't do it without you too. I think you know that. Eric, who helps us get one of our day camp location, our very popular day camp location for the Beaufort Cub Scouts. Scott says, "We'll miss you, Alex. Thanks for all you've done.
Aw.
Love you, mean it." You guys, hey, listen, pour it on. This is the moment. This is what we were hoping for. Shower him with love. It's the last chance you get on the live stream broadcast. And the last 12 points with Alex. I don't know where Phil is, by the way. We should have had a lot more jokes making fun of Phil not being on the
We
show.
really should have.
We
That's a
could have
missed
really
opportunity
grilled
that
him
we're gonna have
good,
tomorrow.
Rachel. This would have been a really great show. But he'll be on the next one anyway.
You'll just have to invite me back for another one.
Yeah, hey, you're invited back
think so.
anytime.
Yeah.
We appreciate having you on the show. It was a great show, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And stay tuned for more. Of course, we're going to have more. We upload a lot of videos to our very popular
Mhm.
YouTube channel. And I tell you, folks, if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Click the bell for notifications so that you get notified of when we're going to have another video coming out. Alex has been so awesome for our council. He will, I think she meant he will be missed. He will be missed, will be missed. Thanks to the best DE. This is supposed to be about Alex. Get that out of here. Jason said, I missed the first 45 minutes. Can you start over real quick? We're going to get right on that.
Yep.
Rose says, thank you, Alex. I can't close out the show. Keep them coming, y'all. Thank you, Alex.
Just keeps coming. Oh my gosh.
If we earned it today, hit that like button on Facebook or on YouTube. And be sure to check out some of our other videos.